Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Healing is War. My name is Elmira. I am your host. On this podcast, we address the shadows of starting or continuing your healing and spiritual journey because we know there are some things you may face along your journey. This episode is none like no other. We have a special guest, Bri Cutler. She is a specialist in muscle memory as well as hey Bri, as well as womb healing and many more things. That is what we will be discussing today. First of all, Bri, I do have to ask you because a lot of people, you hear this thing about muscle memory, and people are like, what is going on? How do my muscles even have memory? Can you give us a little bit about that and maybe more about how you came to this discovery?
Yes, absolutely. So, muscle memory is exactly how it sounds. It's memory of the muscles because we all go through things. We go through life, things happen. There's ups, there's downs, there's life. Okay. And our muscles remember those things that we go through. I actually came into this witnessing a traumatic event that happened to me. That's actually how I became a massage therapist. And I always wonder what happens after that moment is over. After that moment passes, like what happens to the body? Like, does it forget it? Does it just simply disappear? Is it stored somewhere in the body? And that's what led me to body work and creating the muscle memory method, actually. So, healing and helping people heal themselves actually is something in my bloodline. My great great grandmother, she used to do this. I heard stories from my older cousins and my aunties and uncles, like long before I even understood what I was doing. It was already in my lineage. Like, and when I look back on it now, I believe I'm just simply continuing something that's been passed down to me through generations already. Now I just understand what it is. Now I can verbalize what it is that I'm doing. And that's what led me to become a massage therapist. And I actually started this journey in Kansas City. That's where Casey Muscle Whisperer actually comes from. And well, what else do I want to tell
I
y'all
do want
about
to ask
my
you about this because you mentioned something very key. And I've had a similar thing because I'm actually named after my grandmother. You mentioned your great great grandmother, correct? In the
Yes,
lineage, the bloodline.
yes.
That's something a lot of us, I don't feel like we fully ignore it. We just don't remember and
Mhm,
we don't activate it.
mhm.
That's something about my grandmother, and I actually grew up with her in the house. I would say, and this might seem a little foreign to people, but it's not. I would say that my grandmother was a hoodoo practitioner. And let
Mhm.
me tell you why. Because I distinctly remember as a child her telling us, go out there, get those two leaves, and that's going to cure your mosquito bite or what. Like, I remember this. I was 7, 8, 9, whatever. And she had all kinds of stuff. She would pluck chicken. She would, I mean, she was in with nature, even though she went to the Baptist church. We know a lot of us, we technically practice hoodoo, herbalism, all of these things. What would you say to that?
That all of that is true. All of that sits with me. Like, how can you dispute that? Especially it works. It works. That's the thing. It works. And everything goes back to nature, to plants, to what is around us. All of this is root work. That's what we've been doing for so long. It's just when people don't know something, they fear what they don't know. A lot of people fear what they don't know.
Did you ever fear it?
No, I was always curious. I was always curious. It was always like, hmm. I'm different. I keep asking these questions, but nobody really has the answers for me, or they keep on telling me other things, or it was more of a religious thing. And it's just like, a lot of things in religion just didn't sit right in my spirit. So I was just like, I have these questions, just like at the end of the day, have faith. Just have faith. And it's just like, no, no. I'm gonna ask
Like
some more
this ain't
questions.
working.
I'm gonna see. No, 'cause, mm-mm, this just don't sit right with me, and just the way that everything was portrayed and how God was portrayed, it didn't make sense. Like make it make sense. Like I can go for a lot of things, but make it make sense. At the end of the day, it has to make sense to me because at the end of the day, that's who matters, me.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, I am connected. So we are all one. So
You're right. That reminds me of that song by Frankie Beverly and Maze, We Are One. We are one. There's a whole song. But you know something, my mind is always going like it's the connection you just brought about, Bree. So this is not only just muscle memory, this is ancestral memory.
yes, that's where the healing comes from.
Mm. Because this is something we often ignore. Have you ever, as a massage therapist, as a healer, have you ever encountered a client or anyone in general who was able to surface something from their lineage? It didn't start with them. It may have started with a grandfather or their mom or a great great grandparent. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like I'm able to give people confirmation about what I feel and what I hear the muscles saying to me is because I've felt those things too. I know myself, so I know you. And your muscles just told me because they have memory and they are talking. There's different ways that the body um develops these patterns and braces itself. So I've just tuned in, tapped into that, and I'm able to give confirmation of that because I've seen it so many times. But then I've also felt it within myself.
Hmm. Do you feel like a person who doesn't know themselves, is not well connected with themselves, can connect to the memories in other people?
If they're able to connect to themselves, because I feel like it comes back to self. You can't go outside of yourself looking for the answers or trying to get something. It doesn't come from outside. Nothing does. Everything actually comes from inside. And that's a fact. I'm gonna stand by that one.
You said I was staying by that one. Now, talking about the inside, because I've done a lot of womb healing myself, as a matter of fact. I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but I went through Queen Afua's 12-week Sacred Woman program. And throughout that, I learned what my womb was saying. As you were saying, getting in touch with yourself. Everything comes from the inside.
Yes.
Most of my issues, problems, or what I was dealing with was starting in the womb. From that, why do you think there are many women who ignore their womb?
I feel like a lot of women don't know, don't understand, stuck in survival, content with the surroundings. And they've been holding on to this pressure for so long that it actually feels normal. Like this is right, this is normal, it's supposed to be like this. Even break it down and let's talk about cramps. They've made that seem like that's normal. They're like, oh, just take some Tylenol, take some Midol, get you on birth control. Cramps are not normal. That's literally your body giving you a sign, telling you, like, hey, something ain't right over here. Something is going on. And you need to figure out what's going on.
Right. It is a sign. What have you noticed with women and their cramps? Is it a certain percentage of women who deal with cramps, a certain severity, endometriosis? What have you seen as a common thing?
A common thing that I've seen with the cramps is honestly, I think it'll leak back to like pads and tampons, the type of pads and tampons that women are actually using, or like feminine wash and then the diet as well.
Hmm.
Because it was crazy to me. I don't know if this is TMI, but
No, it's not. We talk
when
about
I
that
was
over here.
okay,
I mean,
because like I mean, shoot, I talk about that. We can talk about it. But when I back before I started healing myself and understanding and listening to my body, my cramps would be so severe. I'm talking about like I can't walk bent over in pain, and I was using tampons and pads. Um shoot, name any brand at the store. Yeah, I was using
Kotex,
it.
all of that.
I
Yeah.
was using it. And that didn't help. So I switched. I started using I actually started using a cup. I started using a cup. I bled less. I'm like, what? My cramps? It wasn't there. But on top of that, I also started yoni steaming. I also have to give that to yoni steaming too. But just making that little switch helped a lot. It helps my body. My body didn't like that. My body was telling me that through those cramps. You have to
Mm.
listen because you have to switch some things up. Your body is going to talk to you all the time. Your body remembers these things. Your body remembers the ancestral things that have happened to it. So it's just like tap into yourself and you can heal yourself. And then you go to people who can help you heal yourself too as well. Because I don't feel like anyone goes to someone like I'm a massage therapist. I help people heal themselves. I'm not a healer. I'm not going to heal you, but I'm going to help you to heal yourself because you have to make that up. You got to make that decision for yourself. As much as I might want it for you, or your doctor, or your herbalist, or whoever, as much as they want it for you, they can't do it for you. You have to do it for yourself.
Yeah, speaking to that, because you just mentioned something spectacular, healing yourself. What was the moment where you said something's got to change? I can't do these tampons no more. I can't do these cramps. Was it the cramps got so severe, they were lasting so long? What was the moment that made you shift?
Whew, that shift right there.
Oh, that was an exhale.
It was I didn't know what was going on with my body. That was the thing. I didn't know what was going on with my body. Not only was I having these cramps, I would bleed for 9 days, sometimes twice a month. I would have blood clots, like PMS would be crazy. And then on top of that, like I got a Bartholomew cyst and
Hmm.
I couldn't figure out why. So I went to the doctor and they were saying all this crazy stuff to me. Now that I'm thinking back on it, they were saying all this crazy stuff, which like now they still don't understand why it happens. And it's not so many women get it, but they can't figure out a cause, whatever. But that happened to me, and I went to doctors and I went to OBGYNs and I went to emergency rooms. Nobody was listening to me. Nobody understood my pain. Everybody was like writing me off. Everybody was like, oh, it's just this. Oh, it's just that. And I'm like, no, it's not. And I'm telling you, and you keep on dismissing me. And I was like, oh no, fuck this. Pardon my language.
You
But I
good.
was like, no, I'm not dealing with that. So I was like, okay, what can I do? Who can help me? So there's this lady named Sunny. I love her so much in Kansas City. And she actually introduced me to yoni steaming. because they wanted me to take these horse pills, and it was just like crazy. I already don't like taking medicine as it was. So she introduced me to yoni steaming. Yoni steaming helps. And then yeah, from there, yeah, my life changed. When it came to my womb and my cycle and everything, I started talking to myself. I started helping women, started making feminine wash and like feminine wipes and oil, like really studying this because who's going to tell you more about your body than you? When you go to the doctors, what are you doing? You telling them your symptoms and they're guessing, like, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Because let's be real, they tell you that's $1 billion industry. That's $1 billion industry.
Sure
They gonna
is.
tell you just enough to give you something that's going you need something and you're gonna need that for a long time. Ain't no way in the world anybody should be up on medication. There's no way in the world that I should be put up on birth control because I'm having cramps. Or every single time I have cramps, I need to take some Midol. I didn't get no cramps from lack of Midol, so why am I taking Midol for the cramps? Come on now.
Yeah, because
But that's when
it's wild. Because it's almost, just to add to what you were saying, it's almost like, oh, you need, Midol is a mineral or vitamin, so you need to take this so you can get rid of the cramp. No, that's not the issue. It's something else. And how the saying goes, there's issues in the
Mhm.
tissues. And for us, and it's not just women, it's men too. I don't think we often recognize the connection between the sexual organs and the rest of the muscles in the body. So if we're experiencing this in our root, what do we think is going on everywhere else? In my back, in my breast, in my shoulders, in my hands, in my feet. It's only going to
Mhm.
spread. It's kind of like a starfish. It just beams out. It doesn't just go,
Mhm.
as you said with your identifying characteristic, what got you here was that traumatic experience, and you had the curiosity of, where did the trauma go? The question is, if it's in my
Mhm.
womb, where does that trauma go? That's like the $1 million question. Like, and you've discovered it. One of the things you told me, Bree, was your greatest discovery on your healing journey has been to trust yourself. And of course, you were talking about it
Yes.
here, trusting, listening to your body. How did that come about? How did you learn to trust yourself?
When there wasn't any other option. Unfortunately, like for a lot of us, why we wait till the last minute when we already knew this, I don't know. And yeah, when I didn't have any other option but to trust myself and know that I got this and know that things are always working out for me, even if it doesn't seem like it or feel like it. Know that, hey, bad times don't last forever and everything is going to be okay. I had to be my number one support system motivator and just trust myself and just know.
Mm-hmm. And what was the last minute? Because you said I waited till the last minute. Was it like a full detriment where you're like, if I don't shift now, nothing is gonna change?
Yeah, the last minute was oh, the last minute was when like I didn't I didn't have I didn't have like I don't say I didn't have nothing, but I was I was ass out. I was surviving on like beans and rice. I didn't
Really?
have furniture, and I'm just like, I wanted to run back home. Actually, living out of Vegas, I wanted to run back home because that's where safety is. That's where I'm familiar with things. That's where my support system, my friends, my family, my comfort zone. I can go back there and everything will be, but No, I say no. I have to trust myself because I want something different. And in order to get something different, you have to do something different. You have to get out of being comfortable. You have to trust yourself and know that it's going to be all right. You're going to make a way. Things are going to change. And look what happened. I'm still out here up in Vegas. And guess what? I got a couch.
I know
See?
that's right. See? And it's pretty. You know what's interesting about that, Bree? I had similar story as you moving to Nashville, where when I first moved there, this was back in 2011, I had no furniture. Matter of fact, in my first apartment, I slept on the air mattress the whole time. I distinctly remember when my mom came to visit me, me and her slept on the air mattress because I trusted myself. I knew, like, I could see God presented me with a vision, was like, you gonna do better. You gonna be, and massage therapy was the ticket. You're gonna be big. And how many years later is this? This is 15 years later, and I knew it just like you. You said this is not going to last forever. Yes, I can go home to the comfort, to this, to the security. I ain't really think about that because I didn't want to go back home. I was like, I don't want to go.
Ain't no palm trees in Kansas City.
See what
I
I
love
mean?
Missouri, but
See,
I get to wake up and see palm trees every day. 4 hours I can get to the beach.
right? That's what I'm talking about. Like, you ain't got no palm trees in Kansas City, so why would you want to go back there? Like, this don't make no sense.
I love
Be,
my family.
right? You said you love your family.
I love my family. But see, because I trusted myself, God has blessed me to be able to go back like literally every 2 to 3 months. If I'm being honest, I don't know how, but I'm not questioning. God has blessed me to go back to Kansas City every 2 to 3 months. So I'm good. Like I'm good. Y'all still see me. I still see them. I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that.
This the way to be because sometimes it can be. I was actually teaching a class this past Saturday called How Love Found Me. And in that class, I was telling them just what you deal with your clients in your own proprietary muscle memory method, that we cannot attract love or find love or see love because it's in our body. We're trapped. It could be in the womb, it could be here, it could be there. We got all these emotions and we don't release it. And when we don't let those things go, we can't invite anything new in, a new space, a new city, Las Vegas, new money, new everything. We stay stuck because we don't trust that there's better on the other side. We think this is it. I gotta stay here. What do you say to the person who is thinking right now, I gotta stay here?
For what? Why? Like you the only one that's up in your way. Honestly, get out your way, get out your head. You are the one that's holding yourself back. Nobody's holding you back but you. Nobody is holding you back but you. You can do it. If I did, I always say if I did it, then anybody can do it. If I did it, anybody can do it. I got in that U-Haul, drove that 22 hours,
You
put
drove
my
22
SUV in the back
hours?
of the U-Haul, drove 22 hours.
Wow.
And if I did it, anybody can do it. You have to believe in yourself and know that you can do it. You're your greatest enemy, but you're also your greatest cheerleader too. Because I believe in myself. If I don't believe in myself, how can I expect anybody else to? If I don't believe what I'm doing, how can I expect anybody else to? If I don't love me, how can I expect anybody else to? I love me. I'm a good time. I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm wonderful. So everybody else knows that and believes that too. I'm living proof of that. Honestly, I'm living proof of that.
Yeah, because it's what I see in you, what you've put in yourself radiates out. So you
Hmm.
love yourself. You're saying, I'm my best cheerleader. I love me. I'm the
Hmm.
best. Da da da. Other people see it
Hmm.
too. They know that you're the
Yes.
best.
Yes.
They're like, this is it. I want to go back to something you said because some people don't even know about yoni steaming. Do you believe that? So they need to find out from you. What is yoni steaming and what are the benefits? And while you're telling this, give us specifically what happened for you because remember were explaining 9 days of the cycle, this, the cramps, the da da da. They wanted to put you on the horse pills. What changed specifically after you did the yoni steaming?
After I did the yoni steaming, well, after I do yoni steaming, a lot changes because I always tell people, okay, first of all, yoni steaming, vaginal steaming, peri steam, it all goes underneath the same category, which is like if you ever had like a steam facial for your face, think of like a facial for your vagina.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thought process behind it. That the steam, the different herbs that you put in the yoni steam, the steam actually travels through the uterus and gets into the womb. And the different energetics help to heal and cleanse and move energy throughout the womb. So that can help with. Now, none of this is scientifically proven. It's not FDA approved. Do it at your own risk, but it can help with cramps. It can help with lightening your cycle. It can help with shortening your cycle. It can help with blood clots. It can help with like dark blood or brown blood, which is also an indication of stagnation in your body, which you can tell through the blood when you release it every single month. Because that's our report card. But yoni steaming can also help with vaginal dryness. It can also help with fibroids. It can help with um, cysts. It can help with it can help with a lot of different things. But like it can help with a lot of different things.
How did it
But
specifically help you, or just continuing on? How does yoni steaming help you?
oh, for me, it was the cramps. It was the shortening of my cycle. My cycle now is like just about 4 days.
Hmm.
Like 9 days. Oh, honey, no, we need to stop that bleeding. If I start bleeding for we need to stop that bleeding. And then there's ways naturally that you can stop bleeding. There's different herbs that you can use as well. But the cycle, you should not bleed that long. And that's also a sign that your body is telling you something. So yoni steaming actually, the cramps, the shortening of my cycle, the PMS, like the respect for my body. Like I
Mm.
don't curse my cycle anymore. Like I used to be like, oh my gosh, oh, my cycle's coming, my period. I hate this. This is terrible. This is a bitch. And guess what? Because I kept on cursing, and guess what? It was a curse. Words
Mm.
have power. And I was literally speaking that into my womb, and it reflected that. So I had to switch that up. And I wasn't even catching that. I wasn't even catching what I was doing. Like what I'm doing to myself. And I love me. Can't say I love me and I'm talking about I hate this part of my body. I gotta love all of me. What I think is a flaw in all, which is not a flaw. I'm like, actually, this is a great gift. Like, what? This is actually medicine. This is magic. This is powerful. This is amazing. I am a woman. Do you hear me? I am divine feminine energy. I get to do this. I get to experience this. But I had to get to that level. I didn't just pop up like this. So no, I had to get to that level. and yoni semen helps me.
How often would you recommend doing the yoni steaming?
Actually, it's different for everybody. I don't think that there's a general blanket of, oh, well, you yoni steam once a week, yoni steam 3 times before your cycle, 3 times after your cycle. Like, it just depends, honestly.
Hmm.
I like to talk to people. I like to talk to people about yoni steaming and the different herbs for their body because some herbs may not work well with your body. And you out here getting your herbs off of Amazon about to yoni steam, and it's got all this lavender in here, not knowing that lavender is a drying herb. And now you got a
Oh,
dry coochie.
wow.
It gets deep. And
That's
I want to talk
crazy.
about that because you don't want to have too much of something because too much of anything isn't good. Too much of anything isn't good. Shit, too much water can kill you.
Hmm.
So I don't think there's a blanket, but I mean, if I was gonna say it, at least once a month.
Okay.
But you have to pay attention, listen to your body, know what herbs, know how long, because some people are just like, oh, just do it for like 30 minutes an hour. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, okay. But I don't argue with people and I let people figure things out for themselves. I'll let you know things because if I got
Hmm.
the knowledge for free, I'm going to give it to you for free. But if I paid for it, put my blood, sweat, and tears for it, you're going to pay for it too.
I don't see a
So, but
problem
all
with
this
that.
information is out there. All the information is out there. And I'm just like, if I did this, you can do it too. How much do you love you? Am I supposed to
Hmm.
love you more than you love you? Because I'm not going to do that. I'm not. I'm not. I will never. Just like, yeah. I would tell my family, like I love you, but I can't love you more than you love yourself. I want to help you. I want to tell you things that I know that would help you, that I know will get you better. I'm gonna tell you, but I can't force you to take this. I can't force you to do this. You want to continue to do this stuff? You do it. I'm gonna love you anyways, regardless. But just know you got to make the decision for yourself and everything.
Certainly the key, because you can't. And I've been there, Bree, where I knew something, and I might try to help a family member or even a friend. That's a mute point because they have to love themselves to the highest degree. Elmira, Bree, anybody cannot say, "Oh, I gotta get you this. I gotta get you." Guess what? If there's not a burning desire from within for them to go after their health, for them to do better, I can't save them. What they call that? What, Captain Save a Hole?
Yeah.
I ain't saving nobody. Cause it don't make no sense. I got on a cape and I'm over here downtrodden,
Don't save them.
confused.
They don't want to
Wanna
be
be
saved.
saved. Don't say right. I was like,
That's
I
so true.
I ain't trying to say these fools. Like, because you know what happened, and I'll have to ask you if this was something you encountered. What used to happen with me as a massage therapist, even the fact of what you teach about the muscle memory, letting the clients know this is what's going on. You have a pattern. It's not just a neck pain. It's your pattern. Some clients, some people didn't want to change the pattern. I
Mhm.
could not force them to change the pattern. What do you say when you encounter that type of stuff, or maybe something before now? Because of course you're a higher version of yourself, but maybe years ago you were trying to help them change. What did you encounter on this journey of trying to help everybody change?
On the journey of trying to help everybody change, like I will wear myself out because I'm literally fighting. I'm literally fighting as a massage therapist against the muscles. So I'm using more pressure. I'm using like trying to just work it out and everything, but they keep tensing and bracing, or like they just don't want it. Some people I don't understand. Some people they will actually come in for a massage, but they don't really want a massage,
What do they
or
want?
I don't know, they just don't want the type of massage that I give. Now this is back in the day when I was working at places like Massage Envy, Massage Heights. So
Mm-hmm.
that's nothing's wrong with that if that's what you want, but that's it's not part of my ministry. That is not a part of my ministry. And I think it's just wearing my body out for no reason and pushing myself to the extra mile for someone who's not even willing to do this for themselves. I think that people get more tired when they're trying to help somebody who doesn't want help. They literally will wear themselves out. And it came to a
Mm.
point where I started actually getting tired of massage, and I had to take a step back because I'm like, I really like doing this. I really love helping people. Like, if I wasn't helping people, honestly, I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like I'm supposed to help people. Like I'm supposed to be confirmation. I'm supposed to be, yes, I can be this. And I see you. And you don't even have to tell me all this shit because the muscles have memory. And I am able to tap into that and give you confirmation that you already know. Because it's nothing new that I tell people. I don't tell people nothing new. It's not like some psychic shit or nothing like that, which is nothing is wrong with that. Hold on, like don't get me wrong or nothing like that. But that's not what I do. It's just the observation and pattern recognition.
Right. Yeah, because we can't be over here wearing ourselves out. I remember there was some sessions I was sweating. I'm like, why am I sweating for these people? Ain't no. No, I
Yeah,
had to sometimes put my elbow in people to prove to
yeah.
them that
And
this
it's
is
just like
not the way. Yeah, it's too much.
no, you don't have to do that. That's not the type of work that we provide. That's not the type of service that we provide to people.
Mm-mm, not at all. It doesn't make any sense. Like in the end, because when we're looking at long-term healing, long-term results, but if that particular client does not want the long-term results, because I heard a statistic the other day, and this was actually from Louise Hay. She said in her work, there were only 30% of the clients or patients that really wanted a cure, that wanted to be healed. Like they didn't want the symptoms. But the other 70% just wanted enough to alleviate the back pain, alleviate the menstrual cramp, alleviate the whatever it was. I was like, this is so strange to me. So you telling me you don't want to get rid of
Mhm,
it?
mhm. Absolutely. I can see that so well. Just think about it. Think about like how the world is. We don't want to resolve the root of it. We just want to get rid of the supporting issues and just pacify them or just put a band-aid on it or just sweep it under the rug or just
Hmm.
act like it never happened. And it's like all of that goes together. And that even in our body, as a world, like as above, so below. Shit. What?
It's it's true. It's so true. So when we face all of our issues, whether it's religion, race, sexism, rapists, all of I mean, the list could go on,
Mhm.
Bree. We sweep it under the rug. We don't face the root cause. We know why people are poor. We know why people are sick. We can say, oh, they sick because they not thinking well. That ain't true. Most of them sick because the pharmaceuticals. We know that the pharmaceutical is the one making them sick, ruining their liver, ruining this organ, ruining. But they will never tell it. They not gonna tell you. Now we got stuff like GLP-1, and it's just all it just keeps running the gamut. And I just, as a holistic practitioner, sometimes I sit back and laugh. I'm not laughing at people, but if you're not conscious enough to just listen, going back to what you said earlier, listen to your body, they're going to play on your foolishness. They're going to play on your ignorance.
And not only that, it's a pattern. Nothing new is happening right now. They just have, it's just a different name for this stuff. And I'm just like, hold on now. I didn't like history at all. And I paid attention just so I can pass because I wasn't bringing home no bad grades to my mama. No. But I'm just like, this the same stuff that's happening. But back up in history, these people would have got together and did something, and now y'all scared. They literally scared y'all with the history. Like if y'all do something, something gonna happen. Nah, it's more of us as a collective than it is of them. But you're not even thinking for yourself anymore. You got other people thinking for you. So then it becomes easy. It becomes easy to stay in this pattern. You're content with this. Like, you're content. Why change? Like, this is okay. It's working. It's okay. I mean, it's not the best, but it's okay. And it's just like, why you don't want better? I ain't gonna never be content. I'm always gonna want more. And it's not like a ego type of thing. It's just why not? It's my God given right. Y'all don't understand y'all God given rights. Y'all don't understand. Like, this is all of ours. This is all of ours.
Yeah.
All of us can enjoy this. And then you can't just continue to subject yourself to the same things over and over. You can't have that way of thinking. You have to understand, like, nah, I don't believe that. I'm not believing that anymore. There was so much shit I had to unlearn because I grew up in the church. I mean, I sang, I danced, I went to Bible study, Friday youth service. Oh my gosh. Don't forget Sunday morning worship. No, Sunday school, Sunday morning worship. And then don't forget the evening service too. And then we had to stay at church and eat too. So,
I,
oh,
I was there. I lived next door to the church, so I know. I already know. It's, and you're right. It's unlearning the pattern. How much of the patterns do you feel is in our body? And if we got our body together, maybe come see Bree or somebody like you who can help with your muscle memory techniques, we would be able to break from those mental patterns.
mm-hmm.
What you think about that?
So I honestly believe the body remembers everything. The body remembers everything, and not just injuries either. It's not just the physical stuff, but also the stress, the pressure, the grief, the survival, the ways we adapt over time. Our body remembers all of that, and it learns. It learns how to protect itself. It learns how to stay braced. It learns to carry invisible stress that's not even there anymore. So that pattern is there because the body has went through it. The body has went through it so much. Now, a pattern is something that's going to develop over time. It's not just going to happen just like that. It's going to develop over time. That's what makes it a pattern. But also, it's a protection type of thing too. Your body is protecting you. And the body is revealing what the mind has learned to hide. So like your mind is saying, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, that hasn't happened anymore." But it's like it's all in your body. It's all in your shoulders. That's why you up like this and your shoulders are up there beside your ears because you have learned to be tight and to be tense and to carry all of these responsibilities and to even hold the weight of the world on your shoulders. And a lot of caregivers are like this too because they holding everybody up there. They ain't got no room for them. So they literally are just like this all the time. It's just like not necessarily a shoulder thing, more like a responsibility thing. And that's the
Correct.
pattern of it.
Yeah, it's like you gotta, to me, shed the responsibility of other people and put it back on yourself. Put that responsibility in the hands of loving yourself and in the hands of
Hmm.
caring for yourself. Because I think what this is what I see with caregivers, because I've done hospice care, death doula work, all of that stuff. I've massaged people on their deathbed. And what I have witnessed is people give up themselves too easily because they see somebody else suffering. And I'm like, that's not the moment to
Hmm.
give up. That's the time to strengthen yourself. You should be giving more to
Hmm.
yourself, not more to them, because they see it as they want to be a martyr, I think. I'm like, this is not, why are you dying when the other person is? This don't make no sense. It don't, I don't know. Like I see it and I'm because
That makes sense.
everybody, let me tell you, everybody would always ask me, "How can you do that, Elmira? How can you do?" Because I'm grounded. I know who I am, so when I go into said space, whether it's to be a caregiver, to help the family with somebody dying, I'm not going in there to weep and moan. I'm going in there as a firm foundation. And then when I leave, I
Hmm.
leave. Y'all going in there to, I don't know what y'all going in there to do. I'm like, I just, it's like, y'all trying to be, like I said, y'all trying to kill yourself. For what? For
Hmm.
who?
Hmm. Which makes no sense. Which makes no sense because I remember watching Reverend Ike. This is the old Reverend, and
Oh,
I
I
remember him
love
saying
him.
something.
Yeah, I like him.
I like the way he speaks. He said something along the words of like me. How do what he say? Me getting poor is not gonna help the poor. So why shouldn't I be rich? Me getting sick is not gonna help nobody that's sick. So why shouldn't I be healthy? Like that's not gonna help anybody. You being down. Like that's why I say misery loves company. You got to be strong and understand that hey, that's not part of your ministry.
Literally.
But
It's not-
it is part of some people's ministry. And that's a balanced type of thing. Some people are literally here to do that. Some people are literally here to be miserable. And I know as that may sound good, bad, whatever, I don't care. But hey, that's their job. They here to be miserable. They here to be a hater. They here to be a loser. That's just their job. That's what they're here to do. Like, hey, and believe them too. DMX once said, like, hey, trust a snake to be a snake.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
showed you that he's a snake. Trust him to be a snake. Don't be surprised if he do some snake shit to you. That's a snake. That's what they supposed to do.
Yeah,
Can't
they
be
gonna
mad at that.
sliver in, they gonna do what they do. Why
Yeah.
you gonna?
Trust a, trust a liar to be a liar. They gonna lie. They gonna
Hmm.
lie. Period.
You already knew. So why you saw the again, we saw the pattern. You witnessed the
See?
pattern, but then you thought something different was going to happen.
Exactly.
It don't work like
Exactly.
that. It just don't.
And like, how much sense does that make? How much sense does that make? Somebody told you. They showed you. They told you and they showed you. And you still gonna think something else of it. No. Uh-uh. Hmm. You ain't gotta show me but one time. And you ain't really gotta show me because your energy gonna snitch on you before you do.
Preach on that. I was watching somebody's energy yeah, I tell my boyfriend all the time. I said I read energy. I don't listen to what people say. I do, but I can have 10, 20, 100 people saying the same words, but it's all different because it's different energy, different
Mm-hmm.
intention, different pattern. I know it's all coming
Exactly.
from a different place.
Exactly.
It's like
Exactly.
it's not the same. Okay, as we close out, I do something as I mentioned earlier called soul work. I picked up on five main things that you kind of gave people as directives to do. I will give the list, and then if there's something you want to add, feel free to put that in after I list the five. So the first one,
Okay.
cramps aren't normal. What sign is your body giving? So that's something we need to apply this week, people. Number two, understand your menstrual pain. Go beyond the doctor because a lot of you have just listened and said, it's this, it's this. You need to investigate further. Number three, don't wait until the last minute to trust yourself. Number four, get out of your head. Make that decision this week. You may have said, I want to start a business. I want to move. I need to get out of this relationship. I want to start healing my cramps. I want to go get a massage. I want to finally find out what's going on with my body. Do it. Get out of your head. Number five, get a yoni steam. That one is just that simple. Anything you have additional?
Okay, just two things, because
Yeah.
it's part of my supporting principles with the muscle memory. One is tension is protection, not dysfunction.
Mm.
And the next one, pressure alone does not create release. Safety does. Your body needs safety. Yeah, because that's very important.
Yeah, the body does need to feel safe. We want to feel safe, trusted, provided for, and it
Mhm.
cannot happen in an environment that's unsafe or doesn't where you don't feel secure, where you don't trust yourself. Going back to the self
Yeah.
trust,
Mhm.
you know. Bree, where can people find you to book a service? Maybe they want to order some herbs, they want to book a consultation.
So you can find me on social media at Casey Muscle Whisper. And I'm also local here to Las Vegas. And I also service Kansas City and the surrounding areas because I also go there about every few months.
Hmm.
And what else? My phone number. You can always call me. Let me know how you found me. 816-945-7943. And my website is www.kcmusclewhisper.com. That's just my booking site for now, getting things updated and refreshed. But also, yeah, I think that's all the places, all the information where you can find me, social media, my phone number, my website.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I love it. Again, y'all make sure you could connect with Bri Cutler. It is CaseyMuscleWhisperer.com. Go to all social media platforms, Casey Muscle Whisperer. She also gave out her phone number, so y'all make sure you contact her via phone. Let her know how you discovered her. 816-945-7943. This has been another edition of Healing is War. Remember, your soul is calling you to greatness. You are a soldier. You are ready for war. We will see you next time. Goodbye,
Thank
everyone.
you.